Hello and welcome to a special edition of the Gold Report. Of course, many of you, your eyes are glued to the latest news out of Israel, and we're going to be talking about the war on Israel today with Dr. Simone Gold, co-host of the Gold Report. And I know this is a very serious thing that's going on, and certainly you as a Jewish person, you have a lot of perspective to bring today, and we're excited to dive into that. First, before we get started, let's hear what 500 Christians came together to sing on behalf of Israel.
It's important to remember moments like that there are a lot of people across the world who do stand with Israel, who do understand that this is a battle of good versus evil. Anyone who doesn't think this is good versus evil is simply not paying attention. I have been listening to a lot of chatter online, and I'll tell you what's going to happen. Well, I'll wait for the minute. Let's first review what has actually gone on this past weekend. So as everybody I think knows, Hamas, which is a terrorist organization, it has been a terrorist organization for many years, I think decades at this point. They are a Sunni Muslim organization financially supported by Iran, as well as by the United States taxpayer. Biden just gave $6 billion to Hamas. Billion with a B. $6 billion was just given to Hamas. Hamas publicly thanked Iran essentially for this attack on Israel. So what happened was that at the end of the Sukkot holiday, many Hamas fighting age men swept over Israel's border, which for whatever reason wasn't as secure as we all were led to believe, and just went into Israel with tanks, and they dragged parachuting, all different ways. People I think have seen the videos, and they're quite horrific. These able-bodied men were pulling women, children, grandmothers out of their homes and executing them, many times raping the women and then executing them.
They're live streaming it as well.
Live streaming it. There's videos all over the internet. These are barbaric animals. Anyone who thinks differently, again, is simply not paying attention. So there's many things to dissect about the story. One is Israel does have very robust military intelligence, some say among the best in the world. So what has happened here? I know for certain, because I've seen the sites in Israel, that Israel guards every inch of its border, both with human intelligence, with soldiers looking constantly at monitors all day. That's their job, as well as drones and cameras, etc. So this is a failure of epic proportions. And my personal opinion is this could not have just happened. There has to have been some powerful people in the top who chose to look the other way, because this went on for hours. And normally this sorts of thing, if a pigeon gets too close to the borderline, the soldiers are aware of it. So how did this epic failure happen? Why was there a multiple hour delay on help? Many Israelis were taken hostages. In addition to Israelis being taken hostage, there are many Israeli Americans who are taken hostages, and there are Americans who've been taken hostage. There was a German woman, there's a video of her being slaughtered. So this is the sort of thing that we need to understand is affecting everybody. And as just a little bit of an aside, again, these were terrorists who poured over their open borders. Does this sound familiar? Does this ring a bell? We've got open borders in the South of America, right? At the Mexican border. So what is happening to Israel is like the canary in the coal mine. This sort of thing can happen here. So it's relevant on many levels. So that's what's happened. And then what Israel did, of course, is they declared a state of war. This is an absolute war. This is a huge existential crisis right now for Israel. So for all those people out there who are wondering if Israel should have a proportionate response, the answer is an emphatic no. If someone is trying to kill you, you have a right to self-defense. There is no such thing as a proportionate response. The reason Israel is in this situation is because every time the Arabs attack Israel, Israel can pulverize them militarily, but the world and the United States pressures Israel to pull back from completing the job. I say this time, complete the job. Complete the job. U.S. needs to stand down. The United Nations needs to stand down. You're going to see the calls will start coming in from, Ilhan Omar and AOC and the United Nations and leftists in Congress who are going to ask for Israel to stand down. At moments like that, stand strong. Remember that this was offense against Israel. Israel did not go out on the offensive against anyone. And we'll see what happens.
To watch today's full episode, visit thegoldreport.com.